Hi everybody, I'm JJ. You're watching Reality Survival. So this is a video that was requested by a viewer, and I was asking for suggestions on what videos to do and stuff like that. And so he said the best and worst equipment purchases since I've been out here in Indiana. And so it's about a year time frame, a little over a year. So we'll call it the best and worst equipment purchases of 2021. And the first one on the list is, it's going to take me a little while to get down there. So hang on. We got to go down to the new firewood shed to see this one. Of course, there's not a whole ton of firewood in there right now, but there's some. This is something that when I bought it, I wasn't sure how useful they were going to be, but they've turned out to be extraordinarily useful, and I use them almost as much as I use the regular tractor bucket itself. And it is the Pallet Forks. The Pallet Fork extension or attachment for the front of the tractor. This has just been a super useful piece of gear. And when I got it, I was kind of debating. It's sort of like a poor man's, what do they call those things? Grapple. Because I was wanting to get a grapple and I didn't quite have the money for it. And I was like, well, I could probably still use these Pallet Forks, you know, for moving logs and moving brush and all that kind of stuff. And dude, it works great. I'm not saying that a grapple wouldn't be nice to have, but the Pallet Forks are pretty sweet. So that's the first one on the list. Okay, so the second one on the list is that aluminum step stool right there. This thing is pretty sweet. Let me see if I can get it down here. Set you guys down over here. So I think I got that from Harbor Freight. I can't remember for sure. It says it's Franklin brand. 40-inch working platform and step stool. Really super useful, especially getting up underneath the hood of the truck and all that kind of stuff, because the truck's a little too tall. So I can just hop up on it and lean over. Works just really nicely. All right, so the next one is this right here. Tis the Chainsaw Sharpener from Oregon. Now, this is it's a kind of expensive little thing. I got the little stand with it as well, and I want to say it was like, I don't know, $270 or something like that. I can't remember. It's the Oregon. Can you see that? Model 410-120. Really nice little chainsaw sharpener though. I tell you what, they've raised the prices on having blades sharpened nowadays are about $8 each at Rural King, and so that's a little much. So it's kind of cool to be able to go through and just sharpen your own stuff. Now you can do it with a you know, file and all that kind of stuff just fine, but I think having the sharpeners is kind of a nice little thing. All right, the next one is the bolt bends and the wire rack that we got here. So these are filled with various different sizes of grade 5 bolts, nuts, washers, lock washers. And then I've also got this other one that it was for wire, and it's got various different sizes of wire. I've got some paracord and some utility wire on there and all kinds of stuff, and that just has turned out to be just super useful. And I use it all the time. It's just saved me so many trips back and forth to the hardware store, you know, for simple little things. I think it was like $280 or something, and honestly I'd probably save twice that much in gas, just you know, save trips just going to the store. So that was kind of cool. I'm glad I got that, and I'll definitely keep that moving forward. So the next thing is these bad boys right here. 3M Bluetooth enabled headphones or earmuffs. When we're out running the saw or running on the lawnmower, or you know, whatever the case may be, it's just really nice to have a set of headphones to cancel out all the noise, and then also be able to listen to music from your phone. So that is that one. Let me take a look at my list here, see what else we got. Oh, the next one is this little box on this ATV. It's a Kolpin, and I don't know if it's 36 inches wide or something like that. Just bolted right to the front, but man, it's just so handy. I keep a bunch of stuff in there that I'm always using, and it saves, you know, trips back and forth to the shop and all that kind of stuff. I really like that a lot. Okay, the next one is this little work cart over here. I got 10 each, 10 good ones and 10 bad ones. So stick around for the crappy ones. Okay, so this is a little work cart I got from Northern Tool, and just handy for when you're doing projects and stuff. One thing I did to make it a little bit more usable is I just stacked in some plywood, so that I have a nice little solid work surface to work on, and it's been real helpful for sure. All right. Oh, the next one is also up here. Well, I've got a couple of them actually. It's these Iron-Ton cord reels. These things are super handy. It's a heavy duty one. It's got a nice heavy duty cord. It's got 3 outlets on it, and you know, you can pull it out, and then it'll just kind of lock in place, you know, when it stops, so it won't pull back. And then when you're done with it, you can just roll it back up. Gotta make sure you get it rolling up the right way so that it'll go in all the way. But yeah, I think those are pretty cool. I've got 2 of those. I've got one there, and then I've got one over here on this side as well. And that's just been super handy not to have to roll up cords and, you know, extension cords and all that kind of stuff. So that was kind of cool. Number 9 is LED lights in the shop here. I got these from Rural King, and I almost always only use 4. I've got 5 in here, but I'll show you the little boxes that they came in. I've got some extras that I'm going to save for my next shop. Last up to 50,000 hours, it says. How many lumens? Does it say how many lumens it is? I don't remember for sure. 4-foot LED shop light. Yeah, it doesn't say how many lumens it is, but at least I can't see it on the side. But they're plenty bright. Like I said, this is a 28 by 40 shop, and just the 4 of them, you know, do a pretty good job of lighting the shop up to a decent level. And this is with the door closed, obviously, but yeah, not too bad. The next thing is, and I guess the main thing I'm trying to impress on the lights is that A, they're cheap and they're super effective, and in comparison to fluorescents, it's just way better. They had I think they had 8 fluorescent lights in here, and just the 4 of them, it's already lit better than the 8 were. So the last one on the good list was this 7 1/4 inch circular saw here. I've been really impressed with it. Especially when you throw on that big 9 amp hour battery on there. I mean, it just has tons and tons of power. It's the 20 volt brushless, and it's literally, you can't really tell any difference between that and a corded machine. And all the other cordless saws I've ever had, I could not say that. They were not good. This is the first one that has been really good with plenty of power. Okay, so those were the 10 kind of best things, good tools that I liked, that I thought might be useful and all that for you guys to see and everything. So the worst ones, we'll start back here in this corner. This is going to take a second. Okay. Get you guys spun around here. I'm going to have to... my shop is a mess right now because I'm trying to jam a whole bunch of stuff in here. Let's see if I can get it out. This is the DeWalt Cordless Chainsaw. It's like 12 inch. I got it thinking that, maybe it'd be worth it. Maybe I'll use it. I don't hardly use it. Because it just kind of feels, even with those big 9 amp hour batteries, it just kind of feels like a toy. It's pretty good for, like, if you're just cutting a 2x4 or you're ripping something apart, you're like doing some demo. It's pretty good for those things, but I don't know. If I could do it over, I probably wouldn't have bought it, and I'd just use my regular saw. So that is that. Next one, oh yeah, here we go. This is a constant pain. You see those wheels on the bottom of those blue toolboxes? Yeah, they don't have locking. They're not locking wheels, and that is awful. It's terrible. And I love them. I love the boxes. I love the concept, the idea of putting the boxes on the wheels. I think I saw Wrangler Star do that or something, and so I love that because they're great to pull out when you got a big project going. You need something bigger than the cart. You can put the 2 of them, out there, and you can set stuff across them like sawhorses. I mean, they're just really useful. But if they don't have locking wheels on one side, it's not the best. Now, luckily, my concrete floor in here is really level, and it's really good. But it's not good. I need to take off 2 of them and put on locking wheels so that it doesn't move around. So I'll do that one of these days. The next thing, here's another thing. I love them. I use them all the time, but they're a disappointment. And that is the 30-gallon fuel tanks. I'm gonna either make some that are better, or I'm gonna buy a better brand of them or something. I've got 2 of them. I've got one for diesel, and I've got one back there for gasoline. And I really do like them. The problem is that the pumps that they sent on them are just super cheap, and they're always leaking, or they were rough, and so I had to put another one on there, and then that other one, it leaks too. I don't know. I've just had problems with the pumping mechanism on it. The concept of having a tank that's 30 to 40 gallons on wheels that you can move around the shop and bring to your equipment is great. I just think that the execution on these Chinesium ones was kind of shitty. So, that's that. Okay, let's see what the next thing on the list here is for the crapola. Oh yeah, you're gonna love this one. This one's like the bane of my existence, honestly. I hate using it. I hate using it. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. The Porter Cable 4-inch angle grinder.
It sucks.
It doesn't have enough power, and it eats batteries like crazy. I did that one video on it testing that Lennox blade, and I think I went through like 9 batteries doing that. But the Lennox metal cutting blade is badass, and I still am using it. It's still, and I used it a whole bunch taking out that pool. But this thing, just in general,
it sucks.
I wish I did not have it. All right. Oh yeah, this is another one that's kind of an irritant to me, because right after I bought this and paid way too much for it, probably, they come out with one that it'll act like almost like a solar generator, or not like a big battery backup, and that's the DeWalt charger.
I was so irritated because right after I got this is the DCB 104. They came out with basically the same thing, except for it had power ports for like 110 and USB and all, and 12 volt all on the sides, and you could use it like a power station.
And I was like, man, that's what I wanted. But instead I got this hunk of crap. So I'll have to get another one one of these days, I guess. Let's see here. Oh, the next one. This is also the bane of my existence.
The pressure washer.
I think, if you guys don't know, with the pressure washer, you are not supposed to let it idle for more than a minute or maybe 2 at the max, because you'll burn up the pumps in them. And I'm pretty sure that I've halfway burnt out the pump in mine, because now it takes forever to build pressure, and then it'll go for a while, and then it'll lose pressure, and I'm going to probably have, it's like a brand new unit. It irritates me to no end. Yeah, so if you get a pressure washer, turn it off if you're not using it. Don't let it sit and idle, because it's no bueno. It'll burn the pump up. Okay, and that's partly my fault perhaps, but it's also just
shitty design,
because who wants to have to turn it off every time you use it? Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna skip my list here, and then we'll finish up the other one. So the other one is I love the ZT Avenger, the bad boy mower. I think it's great, but the front tires on it drive me freaking nuts, because I cannot keep them aired up. And I've put slime in them, I've air them up, and it seems like they constantly have to be aired up. And I'm sure it's because I was mowing the woods. Yeah, I get it, but I need to get them foam filled, because they're a constant source of frustration in my life. So I'm gonna get them foam filled, I think, before too long. Okay, we'll take a walk for the next one here. Short walk. This one is, it's kind of a cool thing and kind of a bad thing, both all in one. But I'm gonna show it to you anyway. Let me see here, we're locked up. Okay. Ugh. See that light in the back? It's like, it's 10 yards away and it's still freaking blinding me. So it's good. It's good because it's super, super bright. But every time you walk in and turn a light on, it like blinds you. I mean, it's just super, super bright, and it doesn't help that it's, you know, it's not at a higher level. So again, maybe partly my fault, but also irritates me. Sometimes I get easily irritated. I guess that's just the way it goes. All right, we're gonna go back around the back of the house to look at the other ones here. Let me just lock up the shop here. Oh. Got some more dirt coming on Friday. Finish up this backyard. That'll be nice. Okay. The next one on the list is, it's not really a tool. It's this little propane table. So it has a little propane tank underneath here. And it was fun for about 2 times. And then it just keeps blowing out and it won't stay lit. And it's a hassle. And it irritates me because it was kind of expensive. And I would have liked to have used it more. But it doesn't work for crap. So if anybody knows an easy way to fix those, let me know in the comments. Last one on the list is my Traeger grill. Now some of you guys might be saying, what? That's crazy. I don't know what it is. I bought it and I've used it a few times and it cooks really good. No real complaints in that regard. I never want to go back out and use it. And it irritates me that it sits there all the time. Now it's not really Traeger's fault, but I don't know, it's just, it kind of takes the fun out of cooking. I like my gas grill better, because you gotta watch it and you got fire coming up and everything. With the Traegers, you just put the food on there and set it to the time and you come back and it's done. And it's way less hassle. But for some reason, when I'm barbecuing, I like to actually have to barbecue. So, I don't know. I'm weird, I guess. I'm not sure. But anyway, that is the 10 best and worst equipment purchases that I had in 2021. Let me know in the comments below what your best 10 or 3 or 5, whatever, and worst ones were on your list as well. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, don't forget to live 6 P's. Proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. Stay safe, guys.